Okay.
Yes, I think
وناظر
this,
فيك ولا ناظر بك أنا؟
I think this is good. So, welcome to the first episode of a mini-series I'm launching called Beyond the Thesis. So basically interviewing students behind scientific work here in KAUST and getting to know more about their research, more about their personality, daily life, quirky things about them. So let's start off with the first guest. He's one of my best friends,
حبيبي.
one of the first people I know in KAUST. Introduce yourself to the audience.
أسامة الحربي. لأن till 9 p.m. After 9 p.m. it's Abu Jizay.
Abu Jizay? Okay.
Abu Jizay or Brilliance after 9 p.m.
Okay. Cool.
I'm a final year PhD student here at KAUST. I do material science. I work with 2D materials.
Nice. Okay. Cool. And you are in which building?
Building 3. Building 3, desert side. Come have a coffee with me.
So they can find you, ask questions.
All the questions.
Building 3, level 2.
Especially the weird ones.
Exactly. Make sure the weird ones, yeah?
Start with the weird question.
Yes. So, I'm actually a little bit nervous.
Yeah, we're all nervous.
It's my first time
We're in
filming.
the library. We're not even allowed to raise our voices, right?
Yeah. But it's a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's start with the first question, shall we?
Let's go.
So what inspired you to pursue this field of research, or what inspired you to pursue a career in academia?
I would rather rephrase the question to what inspires me to pursue a career in science.
In science?
In science.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
because I've always been interested in science, and in terms of it tries to answer big questions. What actually pushed me to actually pursue the career is the fact that working with something that's bigger than all of us and trying to solve some of the most pressing questions in our modern world is a big challenge. And I like challenges, and it kept like happening in my mind. And so that's one thing. Another thing is being part of a big community that's trying to push the boundaries of our understanding of whether it's like the big questions like the universe, or the not small questions, but like relatively the questions that are affecting our daily lives.
Yeah, there's no small questions.
No, it's not about questions, but like relatively it's a small question.
Yes.
To like the origin of the universe or origin of life, for example.
Nice. Cool. That's a nice answer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we can go forever talking about like why we're joining science.
Yeah. Cool. There might be an extended version where we dive deeper.
Yeah, we can do that.
Into like the curiosity and what drives you.
Yeah.
Right? But you would sum it up as in
two things.
Just curiosity, I guess. Or?
Curiosity, working on something that's bigger than me, big challenge, and being part of a community that's trying to improve our daily lives, basically. Like I work on improving the hardware of the computing hardware with using novel two-dimensional materials.
So every piece of computer you have, essentially this guy is working on the next
generation of computing hardware, let's say.
Or the new wave.
The new wave. Basically what we're trying to do is, as I would assume that everyone knows, that most computers, or if not all computer processors, are basically digital, zeros and ones.
Right.
But what we're trying to do is we're trying to make hardware that actually processes the information in a similar way to a biological way. So we're moving from like a digital world into more of like an analog computing.
I can take this actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Can wear it? Let me see. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, you can see better?
It's like transparent. Maybe I should check the optics thing.
You should. Yeah. I mean, my sight is not that bad.
Okay, let's do this because I wanted you to express yourself.
Yeah.
Use hand gestures, and that's nice, man. You're very passionate about what you do, which is great. We want to capture that.
Learning from the best.
Thank you. This
guy is doing ROVs, underwater vehicles.
Some very nice compliment. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe you can interview me.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So what's the second question here? Number 6.
Yeah.
So this is all raw, unedited. We're just asking questions, getting the raw footage, the raw answer, so you can get it live from the researcher, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Raw stuff.
So
If you know what I mean.
roast up,
Raw stuff.
roast up. Yeah. Okay. So how do you stay motivated when research gets tough?
It's a funny answer, but it's real.
What is it?
Delusion.
Delusion.
Delusion. Just deny that you're
Deny.
failing. Right? Because a PhD life is all about frustration. Like we spend like 3-4 years just failing, doing experiments, and it just fails over and over and over and over and over. And you could spend months. Some people even spend like the first year or 2 years of like just like a sequence of failing experiments.
Okay.
So the way I deal with that is to deny it. If in your mind it doesn't exist, then you can play on yourself like that and just fake it until you make it. Because
Nice.
PhD is not about how, at least that's what I believe, it's not about how smart you are. I mean, yeah, you need a certain level of intelligence, but it's more about how disciplined you are and how much do you believe in your goals and accomplishing this milestone of your life. So you
Okay.
just need to be committed, disciplined, and basically try
Delusional.
and be delusional.
Be delusional,
I mean,
yeah.
man, like sometimes I have no connections to this reality whatsoever. Especially like if I'm in the lab. Like if I'm in the lab, I'm basically like a very established scientist.
Yes.
For example, when I try to rehearse my presentation, I basically sometimes imagine that I have like a big crowd of like the most notable scientists, and I try to convince them that my work is actually useful and that they could use it. So everyone has a way of dealing with it, but I think
Okay.
for me, this is how I do.
Nice. Yeah, I guess you have to be delusional to succeed in life, because a lot of people who made a lot of change were delusional.
Yeah, yeah.
People told them they were crazy. People told them you cannot do that stuff.
And man,
So-
let's be real. To actually make like an impact or like a big change, I
Yes.
mean, big is also a relative word. You need to be crazy enough to believe in one single idea or like one set of ideas and then just commit.
Just
Just go.
keep on pushing.
Exactly. You need to be.
Yes.
You need that level of insanity, right?
Insanity, and like you need that level of toughness in your mentality.
Yeah.
You need to be aggressive with what.
I mean, look at like the biggest scale, for example, the quantum mechanics, right? Like entanglement, like where one a particle can affect instantaneously, like another particle, right? The superposition, the wave-particle duality. You cannot be a sane person and come up with these ideas, let alone justifying them and like making them the basis for like our basically day-to-day lives.
And proving them using math,
Exactly.
which
You
is the
have-
basis of everything.
You have to be insane enough to be able to accomplish these things.
Yeah, I remember a quote from Steve Jobs when he said, the only crazy people who think they can change the world are the only ones
Who
change
actually
it,
do.
who
yeah.
change it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
So, nice.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good.
Einstein also said something along the lines of the difference between being a genius and being crazy is like a thin hair or like a fine line. So I think to be a
Listen.
good scientist, to be like at the intersection between insanity and being sane.
Listen to your teachers.
Yeah.
You're literally quoting him in every paragraph, so might as well just follow his lead, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the message is be insane.
Be insane. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, which is a good message.
I like it.
Don't be normal.
Yes. Yeah. Normal is boring, right?
Nothing more ridiculous than being normal. Be weird, be insane, be crazy, and just do it.
Yes, exactly. Just do it. Nice. Okay. So let's move on to a question where how do you balance research and personal life and hobbies?
That's a very good question.
3 things.
Yeah. Because like in PhD, we get so invested in our experiments. So it's very, very important to first to understand that you are not your research, you're not your thesis, you are not your project. It's just part of who you are, right? Or it's a goal that you want to achieve. So having that cemented in your mind, you know, and like actively push your mind to actually think like that helps. So, let's say, for example, you set boundaries. Let's say that I'm working 9 hours a day. I'm coming 9, I'm leaving 5 or 6. Then leave at 6. Because if you're doing an experiment that you've been working on for like 10 hours, 12 hours, right? The probability of you solving it in the last 2 hours where like you don't have energy, you're probably hungry, you are exhausted, it's very small.
It's very low.
So that's why you need to keep the balance, to set the boundary, to know that your research is part of you. It's not your identity. It's just something that you do.
Nice.
And with that, once you have that mindset, you can basically do whatever you want.
طيب ماشي. Thanks for the advice, but how do you do it?
This is how I do it. Like, if I don't have a deadline, 6 p.m., I'm leaving the lab.
Exactly how you do it.
Like, this is how I do it. Like,
And then-
I come at 9, 6 p.m., even if I'm in the middle of an experiment
Nice.
that I just started, if I don't have a deadline, because deadlines are different, right?
Right.
If I don't have a deadline, 6 p.m., I'm leaving. That's it.
And then you're doing whatever you
And
want
then
to
I do whatever I like. Like, I like reading, so I do a lot of reading. I go to the gym. I try to be consistent sometimes. I go home and cook. Sometimes we go to the work, we eat.
Yes.
So yeah, sometimes, but most of the time I like to get relaxed, so I can just go home and chill, read a book, watch something. And
Nice. Cool. That's good. Okay. Very, very simple.
Yeah.
Just go out, just start. Just when it's 6 o'clock, start running.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you come at 4 and then you cannot leave at 6, right? So you need
Yeah.
to put in the hours, because again, it's like about commitment. So, but just put in the hours, believe in yourself, and then put it bound. And that's it.
No, at 6 we're leaving.
Well,
It's according to your own set of morals.
yeah.
Yeah. Which might
I hope you guys don't watch this.
which we talk about morals in one of the questions.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right. Let's see question number 28. So if you had unlimited funding, what crazy project, would you start?
I would fund, I'm not sure if this is even a real thing, but it's very interesting idea. I would fund a project that it's between neuroscience and electronics that tries to map dreams and understand where they're coming from. Because sometimes I get like really wild, crazy dreams. And they're interesting, you know, the fact that, when it happens when you wake up in the middle of a good dream and then you try to continue it in your mind.
Yeah, and it's not gonna work, man. Just go,
So
jump off the balcony.
So I have a lot of those dreams, and I really want. And some, like, for example, let me tell you this.
Tell me.
I had a dream the other day. I was in the White House.
White House.
I was in the White House.
Out of everybody, Osama from Saudi is in the White House. So let's see how it unfolds and why you wanted so bad to continue the dream. Yeah.
So that was not a dream I want to continue, but it was very interesting.
Okay.
So I was in the White House, and
Hey.
Donald Trump was introducing me to his cabinet.
Oh.
And they were actually shaking my hand, and like they were all lining to actually greet me.
Okay.
And so that was the dream basically. But then I woke up and then I was like, what the hell? I mean, yeah, of course, I was watching the elections and all that thing.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it was like in context.
that
but
was the question I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
What did you see before you sleep?
No, it was.
It's like you don't think of Donald Trump every day, right?
I hope not.
Damn, son. Yeah.
No,
Hopefully
but
not.
hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
No, but yeah, so that's just one example
Okay, nice.
of the things that I could say.
So dream mapping, essentially the reverse of Inception.
Yeah.
If you guys watch that, so
Yeah.
you're reverse engineering the dreams.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Or reverse architecting the dreams for the nerds. All right. So 48. What is a terrible habit you have but refuse to change?
Perfectionism. Being perfectionist with everything. Whether it's work, an experiment, I gather huge amount of data and I do a lot of statistical analysis, and then if the variability is, even if it's similar to what's in the field.
Is it you or it's your PI, Mario?
No, it's actually me,
it
because
you?
I do it like, this is an example of research, right? Because we're here, but with everything, like for example, learning a language, doing, I don't know, going to the gym, running. You know, sometimes I set the goal of like, let's just run 5 kilometers, and then I do it, and then I was like, if I do not, then I can do 10, and then I just try to push it, and then I spend the next 2 weeks so basically
good.
where I cannot move.
That's
So
good. It's a bad habit. Why?
it's a bad habit where like you always push the boundary, which is always good,
Right.
but sometimes you need to know when to stop, and I don't know when to stop. Well, like
I think you should keep on going.
no, I mean I like it. That's why I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
I'm not changing it. But you said a terrible habit. That's a terrible habit.
The question, you refuse to change this.
Yeah, I refuse to change it.
Right. Cool. I don't think it's a bad habit, and it's all about perspective, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. Let's see. Let's get into more spicy stuff, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's get into more spicy. Let's dive into who really Osama is, and get to know.
Well,
let's
for that
unfold-
they need a VPN.
let's unfold the onion, guys, and let's see. So let's peel off the first layer, huh?
Let's go.
What's the most random thing you Google searched this week?
Morals. Are they subjective or objective?
But what did you Google? Like
Yeah,
the same?
are morals
Subjective
or objective?
Okay.
I tried it with Google, didn't give me a good answer. Then I tried with ChatGPT, gave me answer. Then I tried the new bot from China, DeepSeek, and man, I typed in the question,
Okay.
right? And then it gave me like a lot of arguments, both like objective and subjective. So then I chose subjective, and then we spent literally arguing for the next 1 hour and a half.
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek.
I've been trying to sign up, but I couldn't because the server is getting attacked.
Yes, but I
Please
signed
give
up.
me, please give me your login info.
Yeah.
I want to use it.
Yeah,
It's nice. Huh?
man, it's insane. Like now I have, because we really did some really nice discussions, and now I have a document of I think 3,000 words. It's like a 10-page document
Wow.
of all the answers. And it was like, then what I would do is that I would give my argument, and then I would say, challenge me. Don't agree with me. Challenge my idea, and then it would give you like a huge counter argument.
Convoluted answer.
It's insane. It's really insane.
Wow.
It's like, have you seen the movie Her?
Yes. Her, I haven't watched it. No.
It's basically about a guy where the AI is super realistic, that he just falls in love with the lady with the voice of the AI.
With the voice,
It was basically like that. Like for a moment, I forgot that I'm talking to a machine. It was insane.
So, did you fall in love with the machine now?
I love with the mind of the machine.
That's some interesting choice. Interesting.
Yeah.
طيب شو اسمه? So, what did you? So, how could you summarize the response? Did you learn anything from the AI?
Yeah. Because I came up, I started the conversation with already some ideas.
Just
right?
the basic prompt.
Exactly. I
Then
mean,
you
no,
start.
like because I've read about this topic a lot, but I wanted to challenge my ideas and see if they're like good enough for me to actually believe in or not, right?
Okay.
Because this is how you know if you believe in something or you don't, is to actually challenging it, pushing it to the limit, and this is pretty much what we're doing in science.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
see if it stands those counter argument. And now we're talking about AI that have access to virtually everything.
Nice.
And see if you can shake those ideas that you have in mind or not.
Yeah.
So for example,
like-
I
like-
believe
like-
that morals are subjective.
Yeah. Okay. Subjective.
Yeah.
Subjective or objective? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't believe that there is a one set
Of morals.
of morals. Otherwise everyone would agree on the same thing. And that's why we have so many differences in the world.
So many different religions, so many different beliefs, so many different cultures,
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
different habits.
Yeah, and morals basically just evolve depending on the culture, geographical or societal context that they evolve, basically. There is a very interesting concept. It's called emotivism.
Emotivism.
Which is basically emotion and relativism combined together. So emotivism, which says that morals are nothing but expression of feelings. So for example, if you say that I don't like killing, it's like you're describing your feeling. It's like you're saying boo killing, or like killing ew. It's something like that, basically.
And that's your morals.
And basically you say that it's your morals, but it's about how you actually feel. So this is one part of
That's why you think it's subjective.
it's not why, it's not the only reason, but this is like a big
One
school
of
of
the
thought.
big school of thought. Ah, okay, cool. What is it called again?
Emotivism.
Emotivism.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You might want to open this so I can see the questions. But very interesting take, huh?
Yeah.
Again, give me your account. I need it.
How much are you willing to pay?
Depends on how much this is gonna pay, but
Or
all-
depends on how you want to pay.
how I'm gonna pay? Who? The audience or me?
You.
Me.
Because I'm giving to you, not to the audience. How are you willing to pay me?
Just friendship. Do you accept that or what?
Let me sleep on it.
I'm gonna force it on you. Wow. Okay. Got really desperate there for. Like, here we go with some spicy stuff.
Let's go.
Let's go with some spicy stuff. So, what's an unpopular opinion you will fight people over for it?
Unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion that you will like fight.
Nihilism.
Nihilism, which is what?
العدمية.
العدمية. Okay. للaudience العربي العدمية. So explain what is it?
العدمية, it basically means that nothing really matters outside yourself. Right? Like your PhD, for example. This is the question that we start, or like me doing science, or you doing science. It means nothing to the world. It just means something to you. Right?
Right.
Other than the outside, the self,
طيب.
right? It means nothing. It doesn't matter whether you do, we're in university, whether you have a GPA of 4 or you have the minimum GPA of 3. It does not really matter. Once you have it, you see it, you get sad, and then you move on. This is like nihilism, and like in its lowest form. You can go to higher form where like nothing really matters, you know? So I don't adapt it fully, but on a smaller scale, I do.
Let me be honest, and you explained this concept for me in one conversation that we had in our big history of conversations, but I still have some issues with it. I'm like, nothing outside of you really matters, but what you do, okay, affects the world. What you do affects everything. So what you're doing does matter. It does not matter.
Nihilism, if you wanted to take it to extreme sense, even the world doesn't matter.
I see. You're doing some inception stuff now.
Yeah.
طيب,
You see? So this is the thing.
What
Like,
is it?
so basically, let's start with like the basics, right? That whatever outside yourself doesn't actually really matter, because whether it was you or someone else,
Okay.
it's gonna happen. You know, like if you don't do it, if you don't do this ROV, someone else will do it. If I don't do my research, someone else will do it. Like, it just matters to you, nothing to the world, because the world was there before even humanity and civilization existed, and will continue if we don't annihilate ourselves, right? To exist, you know. And eventually, like in 10 million years, the sun would swallow the earth, so nothing would exist anyway.
Like, okay. Into you're talking about something called like the destruction of ego,
It's
essentially.
You can think of it like
In a
that.
way.
I mean, you can think of it like that, but nihilism goes more.
Way beyond,
that,
yeah. Okay. Time nice. Nihilism. Look into it. Okay, 58. If you had to get a tattoo
A tattoo?
that represents your research, yeah, you put 58.
I mean, I would prefer also to get a tattoo.
What is it?
I have an idea of a tattoo, actually.
What is it?
So on my back, I want to start from the bottom, right? Like from above my
Okay.
butt, and I would start with some crystals, right?
Okay.
Basically some crystal structure, some hexagonal structures and cubicles.
Okay.
Then I would move on to some high-tech DNA structure, like entangled DNA. Then, so basically, I want to map the evolution scale on my back, starting with like the fundamentals, which are the crystals that were way before like life started. And
Oh,
then-
really? So
Yeah. So
that's the cutting edge belief, is that crystals are before everything?
Yeah, crystals, for example, like life originated on Earth 4 billion years ago, or
Right.
3.8.
Okay.
While the universe is 13.8 billion years.
Right.
So there is like a 10 billion years where there was no
Gap.
life, right? So it started with like crystals, right? And then it was like the first self-replicating molecule. Then DNA started. And then once you have DNA, you have natural selection, or like once you have self-replicating molecules, you have survival for the fittest, and then you have the different
The
species
Darwin
that are
thing.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, I want to map that starting from crystals all the way to the galaxies, and let's say how humans evolve, which I also have an idea of how humans are gonna evolve.
Yeah, you might find that in a cover of a science magazine.
Yeah.
Just go to the tattoo artist and be like, this.
Yeah. No, because I tried for it. I tried to search for it. I didn't find it like that. But I have this of like mapping the evolutionary scale on my back.
Okay, nice. So speaking about history, now we mentioned Darwin. So if you could collaborate with a scientist or a researcher, past or present, who would it be? I remember you mentioned that you referenced Oppenheimer in one of your papers.
Yeah.
So who would it be? Past or present?
Past, I would go to the guy who started like this whole scientific era. I mean, we can disagree if it's Galileo or Isaac Newton, but I would rather go with Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton?
Yeah.
Isaac Newton, you know what he did? He had a problem, so he invented calculus
Yeah. Before he was even 26.
before he was 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what he did, he discovers the laws of motion. Then he needs that.
Casually.
Just
fine.
casually, like just a
Just
21-year-old.
just casually chilling wherever he was living. I think England.
England,
Just
yeah.
casually living.
He was in Cambridge, actually.
Yeah, it's like just casually, chilling, sipping on English tea. Just like deciphering the secrets of the universe.
Yeah.
I actually quote him in my work a lot.
Yeah, I mean, because you're doing like dynamics and
Dynamics.
and stuff.
Yeah.
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson says like a piece about Isaac Newton. He says the guy goes and discovers the laws of motions. Then he needs a model to actually work with them. So he goes and invents calculus, like differentials
Exactly,
and all these
exactly,
things, right?
yeah.
Then he finishes that. Then he goes and look at for like bigger scales, like gravities and like the planets and like the
Relativity.
motion of planets, right? Then he finishes that, and then he goes and discovers the laws of optics, right? Then he turns 26. That's a guy I would love to have a cup of tea with.
Not even collaborate. Just to sit with him and have a cup of tea.
Just have this conversation.
Wow.
By the way, maybe I would repeat this conversation, but because again, back to the question, I'm delusional, and then I would imagine you as Isaac Newton.
Damn, that's some. You really do believe in nihilism, and you want to take it. You want to test it on me.
No, I have a big, wild imagination.
Okay.
This is how I like to put it.
All right. Hopefully, we'll be able to achieve that. Hopefully, I don't say any dumb stuff, which is like very high probability
If you know me.
compared to Isaac Newton. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of smart, but not to the level of Isaac Newton. Let's be honest.
No.
No one is.
I mean,
mean-
we cannot compare. He's dead.
Yeah, but compared to the stuff that he achieved,
Yeah.
for 26 and I'm 29.
I'm trying to say that you're smart, but you're not
Thank you,
accepting that.
thank you.
Just say thank you, let's move on.
Thank you very much, Wallah. Wallah, thank you. So let's get back. So let's end it up with a spicy question,
Let's go.
but you mislabeled the question.
There was a question about a trend I want to stop.
A trend you want to stop.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell the audience.
People on social media diagnosing themselves with autism without zero medical diagnosis.
Hi. Okay.
And everyone on social media now is
Victims.
autistic. They're autistic. It's like they like most like young generation, because they're spending their time on phones. They say that you say that I'm socially awkward, and there was this guy who was like, I thought I used to think that I'm socially awkward, but I just realized that I'm being autistic.
Salam.
No,
No.
you have a problem. You need to solve it. It's like autism is not the solution.
The problem is you being glued to your phone
Exactly.
and not being able to establish like a connection or establish an argument or talk, ولا introduce yourself, ولا
Yeah.
any like basic human
Yeah.
interaction. We lack that now.
Yeah, because basically, and then like everyone goes and like they haven't even got a bachelor, and they would say that, yeah, I found out that I have an autistic by doing like one sentence of Google search, you know?
I mean, you can get diagnosed with all of the diseases in the world combined if you just Google search the right words,
Yeah.
and then be like, yeah, I have cancer.
Yeah. I had cancer 3 times, according to Google. Every week I get diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, okay. But you're pushing, you're living. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake news.
Yeah.
Don't follow the fake
Yeah, I
news,
know.
man. Just read some books. Have some, have some interactions with people. Let's get back to the old days.
And
where-
get out of your comfort zone. Don't get too comfortable.
Exactly. It's nice to have our phones, like they're useful,
Yeah, definitely.
right?
Yeah.
But nothing is better than a human interaction
Yeah.
where you talk, you network with people, you build yourself, you build your network. Because network is net worth.
Yes. Yeah.
So you don't get anywhere without your network.
Yes. Exactly.
People have to know you. You have to be credible.
Yeah.
You have to be respected within your field, and that's how you have to be involved in a network. Doesn't matter what it is. It has to be a network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one could say it better
Nice.
than Abu Elias.
Thank you very much. That was the. Thank you for this entertaining discussion. That
Let's
was
have a long version of this one, because each of these topics could be like an episode of 3 hours.
Yes, we'll have an expansion in the evolution chart. But yeah, thank you for staying in the episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, please like and share it with your friends. And if you are around KAUST on campus, hit me up. I want to do interviews and I want to talk like this with a lot of interesting people such as yourself.
Happy.
Discover more about research, talk philosophy, talk whatever is always
Just
good.
have a conversation.
Yes.
As simple as that.
I want to invite Victor. I saw Victor walking,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, I'm not a big TV personality. I'm like, TV, bro, I have
Which
an iPhone.
Victor? There are a lot of Victors in Coast.
Victor, the Colombian, I think?
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, most of them are Colombians. Okay, I get it.
So, this is the first episode. I told him I'm filming a first episode with you,
Yeah.
and then I told him you're next. He's like, I don't know if I'm a big personality or like TV. I'm like, it's not TV, man. It's just my iPhone, just talking.
Yeah.
So send
You
him.
see, like this is like, it's like the fear, because like if we just have a conversation, we
Yeah.
could have it, you know. So just put it there. Don't even look at it,
Yeah.
and then just have a conversation. So,
Yeah, let the internet watch.
yeah.
Watch us. Exactly. So what we're gonna do is that you're gonna post the story, or like when it comes out on your story, and send it directly to Victor,
Okay.
and basically push him. He's a very interesting guy.
Let's bully him.
Let's bully him into the series. No, just kidding.
Let's bully him into telling us all his secrets.
Exactly. Just you sitting there watching in the background, just judging everything. Yes, but Victor is a very interesting personality. He's a very nice guy, and he's a musician as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we should interview you
yes,
as well. I'm sure we're gonna get some
interesting
really
takes.
interesting answers.
Wow. That's why I'm the host.
Yeah. I ask the questions.
That's why I ask the questions. I never sit in the seat. So
I'm the captain now. Huh?
I'm the captain now. So that was the first episode of Beyond the Thesis, guys. Thank you for watching again, and stay strong. Push your boundaries. Work hard.
Work hard. Stay happy. Stay you, and get crazy.
And get out of the office at 6.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And don't be normal.
Yes.
We need to end this somehow.
Normal is
Someone
boring.
needs to shut us up.
I will. Bye.
Hello.
Dude, that's some good